You often hear us talk about the formula for business growth, which is strategy plus original content plus AI marketing equals business growth. The powerful thing is you need to really understand the keys here to this, that the first part is strategy. I want to dive quickly in. We have other areas where we talk about strategy, but that strategy is the 5 Ds of digital growth. And so the 5D framework starts with design. The whole world is built by design. So you want to make sure that your website's on point, that all of your design, your graphics, your brand voice is on point, is that make sure you get your brand in order, your website in order, and then your branding and everything you're sharing with your brand voice across the internet, your digital channels. Make sure it's all aligned and it looks hot. Because one of the things we often find is people hear about all the amazing marketing we're doing. They hear about everything you can do with Creativo, and they're like, man, can you come and do our marketing for us? Can you kind of take care of that? But the first thing is that if your brand's not on point, if your design's not on point, then there's no reason for us to send you a whole bunch of traffic. There's no reason for us to send you when they're just going to bounce. They're not going to buy, they're not going to sell, they're not going to book the calls. It's not going to help your product or your service. So one of the first areas you really need to start is with your brand, with your design, with your website. Is the design right? That's the first of the 5 Ds. Is your design in order? If your design's right, that's going to set the foundation for everything else. That's a very vital area. And I'll let you know, 94% of your visitors, first time when they touch your website, first time they see your brand, right there, they make a decision entirely based on visuals and aesthetics. 94%. Think about that. Imagine that, just like that. That's what they call it, bounce rate in 1 second. We've all done it. You thought, you saw a click on Google, you saw something on social, you clicked through to get further information, but the moment you landed on the actual landing page, landed on the home page, you immediately, instinctively, in a moment said, that's not what I thought, that's not what I was looking for, and you jumped just like that. It could have been because the design wasn't in order. It could be because it didn't speak the language of what you expected when you showed up. See, your brand has to be in order. Your brand has to speak the language of those you want to reach visually, as well as all of the copy and all of the communications. That's why it's very important. And that's why we always look at the first piece when we're starting with a formula for business growth, starts with strategy. Next in the 5 Ds as you come, it's design. And then the next is in the area of discussion, making sure that your content is engaging, it's drawing people in. Be careful with everything that's out there. There's so much, we've got an overload, so much noise out there of content. You want to make sure that your content is speaking to the market, that it's drawing them in and pulling them in. That's why the second D is discussion. The next area of the 5 Ds, from design, discussion, and then we go to discovery. You want to make sure that now once you engage people, you have discovery. You've got content on your website, content for education, also on your social media. Constantly your brand is always educating, always taking them further in the discovery process. How many times have you done that? You found a brand, you found something, you went and watched some YouTube videos, you went, did some research yourself. That was discovery process. So we want to make sure we have content for discovery. Once you get past discovery, the next is decision. See, we're taking them design, we're catching them, imagine cold traffic, you're grabbing them online, now you're engaging them, it is actually discussion, you're taking them in discovery. All of that is for the next step in the digital journey, is decision. That's the 4th step. A place of decision is, where's the next place you want to take them? Is it signing up for a newsletter? Is it buying a product or service online? Is it booking a call? You want to bring them to a place of decision. And then the last, number 5 out of the 5 Ds in the growth framework is actual deployment. We want to see raving fans. Once we bring them through the process now, we want to see them raving. You want to see them, man, on fire. They're sharing your post. They're sharing about you, man, word of mouth. They're telling other friends about your product because they're excited about your product. That's the 5 Ds of growth. That's why we always start with strategy, then original content, then AI marketing for business growth with Creativo. The strategy is an important piece. That's why even if you're using AI, if you don't have the right strategy, you don't have that original content, everything's not in order, you're not going to get the results. Make sure that you get everything in order and you get the right strategy. When you get the right strategy, the right content with AI marketing, you're going to grow.